Prairie dogs are undeniably adorable creatures. Their playful antics and curious nature can be incredibly captivating. Big eyes full of innocent charm, twitchy noses constantly exploring the world through scent, and that signature yip, a sound that's both endearing and surprisingly loud. It's easy to want one as a pet. Their small size and engaging personalities make them seem like ideal companions. But before you get swept up by their cuteness and the initial appeal, it's crucial to consider the bigger picture. Let's get real. Prairie dogs are wild animals, not domesticated pets. They haven't undergone generations of selective breeding to adapt to living in our homes. First, check the law. This is the most important first step. In many places, owning a prairie dog is illegal, plain and simple, due to concerns about wildlife protection and disease. These laws are in place for good reason, protecting both the animals and the public. Always research your local and state regulations thoroughly. Don't rely on assumptions or hearsay before even considering one. Ignorance of the law is no excuse, and you could face serious consequences. Health is another big issue, a critical aspect of prairie dog ownership that cannot be ignored. Prairie dogs can carry diseases like tularemia, which can be transmitted to humans, and, in rare cases, monkeypox. These diseases pose a significant risk to your health and the health of your family. Even if you buy from a reputable breeder, the risk isn't zero. There's always a chance of disease transmission, no matter how careful you are. They also have powerful jaws and can bite if scared, feeling threatened, or simply startled. Dangerous for kids. A bite from a prairie dog can be painful and could require medical attention. So, the real question isn't just, can I have a prairie dog? It's a much deeper inquiry than that. But should I? Is it ethical? Is it responsible? Is it truly in the best interest of both you and the animal? Prairie dogs have complex needs that are difficult to meet in a domestic setting, and wild instincts that make them a huge responsibility. They require specialized care and a deep understanding of their natural behaviors. It's not just about a cage and food, it's far more involved than that. It's about understanding their nature and the risks involved. It's about providing an environment that allows them to express their natural behaviors as much as possible. We'll break down what it really takes to care for one, the challenges, and the commitments involved. So you can make an informed decision, weighing the pros and cons carefully. Let's dive into the world of prairie dogs and see if they're the right fit for your home, or if they're better left thriving in their natural habitat. Ready? Let's go. Prairie dogs are wild animals, through and through. They are not domesticated creatures. Unlike dogs or cats, who have been carefully bred over generations for life alongside humans, prairie dogs retain their natural instincts. They haven't been selectively bred for companionship or to thrive in a domestic setting. Their instincts are pure prairie. It's in their blood. Digging, burrowing, it's what they do. And living in huge social groups, a complex society beneath the ground. Hamsters and guinea pigs adapt to cages relatively easily. They are content with a contained environment. But prairie dogs want to build tunnels, create elaborate burrow systems, and constantly watch for predators, scanning the horizon for danger. When you take them out of the wild and place them in a domestic environment, those deeply ingrained instincts don't vanish, they remain. They'll dig in your carpet, driven by their natural burrowing behavior, and they'll chew your furniture, exploring their environment as they would in the wild. Sadly, most pet prairie dogs are taken from the wild as babies, often disrupting their natural development. This separation is incredibly traumatic for them, and it severely disrupts the delicate social structure of wild colonies. The pet trade, even with good intentions, can inadvertently harm wild populations, impacting their numbers and genetic diversity. This is true even if some are rescued from destroyed habitats, as the demand fuels further capture. Ethically, it's a tough call. Is it truly fair to the animal to confine it to a life so different from its natural one? Prairie dogs are intensely social creatures, hardwired for connection. In the wild, they thrive in towns of hundreds, sometimes even thousands, forming intricate communities. They are constantly communicating with each other, using complex chirps, barks, and postures to convey a wide range of information. A single prairie dog kept in a home environment is fundamentally deprived of that essential social world, that constant interaction and communication. This isolation inevitably leads to profound loneliness and chronic stress, impacting their well-being. They're simply not solitary by nature. They are communal animals, and isolation can cause serious behavioral and even physical health problems. So if you're looking for a low-maintenance, relatively solitary pet, that thrives on its own, then a prairie dog is definitely not the right choice for you. Their inherent wildness is undeniably part of their charm and appeal, but it's also the source of their greatest challenge as potential pets. Therefore, think long and carefully, consider all the implications before bringing one of these wild creatures home. Prairie dogs need much more than a cage. A tiny cage simply won't do for these active and intelligent creatures. They need a habitat, a space that mimics their natural environment and allows them to express their natural behaviors. Their enclosure should be huge, providing ample room to run, play, and explore. It needs to be sturdy, constructed from materials that can withstand their constant activity, and absolutely escape-proof. Pay close attention to the bar spacing. It needs to be less than half an inch apart. They'll chew through plastic and wood with surprising ease, so metal is a must for the structure of their enclosure. But the cage is just their den, their safe space. They need hours of supervised playtime outside it every day to truly thrive. This is crucial for their physical and mental well-being. Prairie dog proofing your home is essential before you even consider letting them roam free. Cover all cords to prevent electrocution, block off furniture to avoid damage, and protect your walls from their digging and scratching. Provide deep bedding within their enclosure. A mixture of hay, aspen shavings, and shredded paper works well. This allows them ample opportunity for digging and burrowing, which are natural and important behaviors. A dig box filled with clean soil or sand, placed either inside or outside their main enclosure, gives them a safe and appropriate outlet for their natural digging instincts. Enrichment is crucial for preventing boredom and destructive behaviors. Provide tunnels for them to explore, chew toys to satisfy their need to gnaw, and hiding spots where they can retreat and feel secure. All of these things keep them mentally healthy and stimulated. Remember, they're prey animals by nature, so secure hiding places help them feel safe and reduce stress. Creating this enriching and safe environment is expensive and time-consuming, requiring a significant investment of both resources, but it's absolutely non-negotiable for their physical and psychological well-being. A bored prairie dog is a destructive prairie dog, and you'll quickly find your belongings being destroyed. If you can't commit to providing this level of care and attention, it's best to reconsider bringing a prairie dog into your home. Prairie dogs eat mostly grasses and hay. This should be the bulk of their diet. High-quality Timothy or orchard grass hay must be available at all times for nutrition and dental health. Their teeth never stop growing, so chewing hay prevents painful overgrowth. Offer only a tiny amount of prairie dog or rabbit pellets. Think of it as a supplement, not a meal. Obesity is a real risk, so keep treats minimal. Fresh greens like romaine lettuce, dandelion, and cilantro are good. Avoid iceberg lettuce and sugary fruits. Never feed nuts, seeds, or sugary treats. They can cause serious health issues. Fresh water is essential, ideally from a sipper bottle. Clean water and food dishes daily to prevent illness. A proper diet is the foundation of a healthy prairie dog. Prairie dogs need specialized veterinary care. Find an exotics vet before you bring one home. Dental disease is common if their diet lacks hay, and it can be fatal. Watch for changes in behavior, appetite, or droppings. These are early signs of illness. Social needs are just as important as physical health. Ideally, prairie dogs should be kept in pairs, but introducing adults can be risky. If you have just one, you become its entire social group. Expect to spend hours daily interacting. Without enough attention, they can become depressed or aggressive. This is a daily, long-term commitment, not a casual pet. They also go through a yearly rut, becoming unpredictable and sometimes aggressive. Understanding and managing these cycles is part of responsible ownership. Prairie dogs are not for the faint of heart. Prairie dogs are loud and expressive. They communicate with yips, chirps, and even screams. Their alarm call is cute but piercing, and they use it often. Learning their language is key to understanding their moods and needs. They chew and dig constantly, which can be destructive if not managed. Gentle nibbles mean affection, but a scared prairie dog can deliver a serious bite. They're not ideal for homes with small children. Prairie dogs are messy. Expect scattered bedding, hay, and droppings. Litter training is possible but not guaranteed. They're territorial and may be aggressive towards strangers, making guests a challenge. You adapt to their personality, not the other way around. Their big feelings and social rules become part of your daily life. Be ready for a wild ride. So, should you get a prairie dog? For most people, the answer is no. Their needs are complex, their care is demanding, and the risks are real. Legal issues, health concerns, and their wild instincts make them a tough fit for most families. If you want a social, interactive rodent, consider guinea pigs or rats instead. Guinea pigs are social, vocal, and much easier to care for. Rats are intelligent, affectionate, and thrive in pairs or groups. Both are domesticated and make wonderful pets without the ethical dilemmas. Prairie dogs belong on the prairie, not in a cage. Choose a pet that fits your lifestyle and gives the animal the best life possible. Let's admire prairie dogs in the wild, where they truly belong.